Hello, going to do another face off today, but we're going to do it with the old lava catchers. What I've got for you is this very old Mr. Carl Victor lava catcher. It's got a two-piece kind of handle. That screws in there like that. I believe it's a brass with a silver plate. This also comes out there as well, but I'm not going to take it off now because I don't like undoing old things like this if you know, if they're old and that, because you're just creating more wear when there's no need. It's got this rather little pretty, well, it's basically a straight razor. It's got MK on that side, and it's got CV Heljestrand, Heljestrand, Sweden on the other. I've actually got a little bit of tape still on them. Didn't know that. Sorry. Not so much the tape, just kind of like the gumminess of it. Excuse me. Itchy eyeball. I hope you're all well enough. I kind of like this kind of time of year. Spring's coming. I can feel the heat. I've got a south-facing garden. You can get in there in the mornings if you choose, and it's lovely. Right, so how do you get this in there? It's got these little bits on there. You've got to be careful you don't slam them down when you're using it. And it's got this little tab at, I'll put this blade down, I'll be able to do it. It's got this little tab at the back. So you flick that up. When I say flick it up, put it up quite gently. You know, it's a very old tool. And it's the same with these, look. So just put them up nice. It's a bit of a spring on the back. From what I've read, you've got to be careful when you're bringing it down, because if you do it too much, and again it's a very old tool, you can end up breaking them off basically. I don't think it's a common thing, but it's something to be aware of. So you literally, look, you just put that in there gentle. I'm going to swap my hands, and then you put the back up, and then put the sides up, and hey presto, it holds it rather nice, I think. Some of these you get more of kind of blade stops at the front. This one's, well, basically not really got some, it has got these little nodule bits there, but yeah, I've never shaved one of these. I've shaved with the one that I shaved with a few weeks ago, so it's not my first lava catcher shave, but this one's got a closed front with the teeth, so it's going to be interesting to see how the lava acts and that. You know, can you really call it a lava catcher? Well, we'll find out, won't we? And then what I've got to sort of pair it up with today, you know, I could have done these in a separate video I guess, but it's the same razor but just a more modern one. And when I say modern, I only mean sort of maybe 10 years. From my understanding, I think they started making these in sort of like 1910. I'm not that rigid on the date, it might be a little bit looser than that, but we'll see how it performs. So we've got two blades in there. I can't tip it up too much in case the blades come out. Got two blades, oh, there we are. Two blades in there on the side, and this is a two-piece razor as well. So with this one, you just, you know, basically they went non-ornate, which was a shame really, isn't it? But it's because they were heading towards like the sort of Art Deco in between, basically the very ornate era, and then heading towards well, Art Deco. So it screws in there like that. It's got a lot more weight to this one, feels a lot more solid. Those ones have got like a hollow handle all the way through, and they almost feel a bit flimsy, like they're not flimsy. Just check, didn't check the minutes on this by the way. Yeah, got loads. Yeah, so basically, you know, they're a lot more, well, they feel a lot more robust. Same kind of mechanism. Flip the back up, flip that up, and if you notice on this, that it's got almost like two hooks, if you can see them at all. And you slide the blade into them. So again, Same kind of design. You know, these lather catches didn't really change too much. So again, this one, you actually got like a place to slide the blade in. I'll put the sides down. I think that's the way you meant to do it. I think you meant to put the sides down first, and then kind of just click that in. It feels nice. It's heavier. Like if that ornate one was heavier, I'd be very tempted to keep it. So I've got the same set as this basically, but I've got the big set. That's a 7-day set with the Magnus strop, and she's all mine. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that for when I can't shave with straights, like I've said before, which I hope is no time soon. I must say though, once you put a blade in it, it's very much nicer in the hands. So that's like side by side. To my eye, they're pretty similar profile. Pretty similar. Like I said, the older one's just prettier basically. A lot prettier as well. Not as pretty as that, was it Camfrey's Brothers? That was a, well, they called it the gem. That was on the box, and it certainly was. It was beautiful. And the gentleman who's bought that, going to be using the Chubby 2. Tubby, I'm thinking of myself, and yeah, I'll be using this basically for the foreseeable future. I definitely think I prefer it to my Kent. Just a bit firmer, and I don't know, it just seemed a little bit better. So it might be the whole, like, because it's new factor, but well, I don't think it is. You know, I didn't know it because I'm not a brush expert, but I was probably wanting something a bit firmer in a way. So yeah, been eyeing up the Chubby 2 for ages. Right, just normal prep today. Shower. Just move this box out of the way. I will be shaving with that the other blade that's spare in the box as well, just to check its shave readiness. This week I have honed 10 Mr. Carl Victor's these blades, like all of my seven days. I'm not quite finished with them, but it's been a bit of an experience, I tell you, because they're fiddly. They're not the most easiest to hone, but we're getting there. Been restoring a lovely J.A. Hengel's 401. It's really nice razor. New scales. Come to me with broken scales. And from what I understand, it was a bit of a celebratory razor. And it had some red on the tang, like some red paint. So I've been trying to figure out the best way of doing that. Basically, I put some in there last night. It's an enamel paint, and I went to kind of sand it today, but I think I was way too early, so I had to get all that paint out, redo it, and I think I'm gonna have to leave it for days, frankly. Somebody said I could have heated up the metal first. Well, I could have done that if I weren't too eager scaling it. So on my birthday, I didn't want to do anything other than what I wanted to do, let's put it that way. So I've been wanting to put new scales on that razor for, I don't know, a month or whatever, 2. So that was my birthday treat basically. Scale and a really nice razor. Yeah, it just seems to lather up better. Or at least more how I want it. One day, Rodney, one day I might be able to afford the Badger one, because that's meant to be exquisite. Right, we're going to do the whole ornate one on my right side. Again, you've got to find, oh god, you hear that? Heard it straight away, I did. Got to find your angle. So these lava catchers, they're a bit more kind of a bit more of an angle basically. And look at that straight away, look. Don't know if you can see that. That's one thing I was quite interested with. It's actually catching the lava. Because I was looking at that Camfrey Brothers one and this one. And I was basically thinking, oh, isn't it a great shame that they didn't like do them all open? How's it meant to catch the lava? But that's catching nearly all of it. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm getting the perfect angle there, but again, it's something you've got to learn yourself, innit, whenever you get a new tool like that. But I can tell you now for nothing, these blades are mega sharp. To say they take a fine edge, it's unbelievable. Like a couple of them, especially in my 7-day set, because they had, like that 7-day set ain't seen much use, it's pretty much mint, even the box is mint. And I can just tell it ain't had much use at all. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap this razor around because I need to try the other one, so I might as well just do it in this one. Yeah, because they're newer blades, so I was just concentrating on the blade. Because they're a newer blade, and well, let's just say 4 of them were basically mint, like the blades. I didn't really have to do anything to them whatsoever other than hone them. And because they're mint, I mean, they've still got their perfect full width that they were designed with, and kind of all that jazz. And some of the bevels on them are nearly invisible. Even under my microscope, you really have to manipulate the blade a little bit and the angle of the light, because the light don't like bouncing off of little tiny shiny bits. Right, so let's try the newer ones. Definitely cool. Some noise, boys, isn't it? Right, so that's a bit of a better angle. So I think I was coming, so I read that you meant to hold it a bit kind of more of an angle, but I don't know. I think these blades needed a little bit more of a collecting the lava as well. That's good, man. I did one though. Yeah, I think these probably need a little bit more stropping, to be fair, to calm them down. Because I ain't really done much to these other than go through my progression and then put it on this little pasted strop I got. I haven't put them through my Magnus strop, and the reason I ain't done that is because I wanted to test the blades, well, I'm going to say properly, but again, it's just my opinion. So like, I like to, when I'm sort of in a testing mode, I like to take the blades straight off the stones more. without too much stropping, because it's the only real good way of knowing whether your progression's kind of going the right way or the wrong way. At least that's what I feel anyway. So that's what I do. So I didn't put them through my Magna strop basically, and I think they kind of need it a little bit just to calm them. It's a very fine edge, like I said, really is. Right, it's a little feel. Put a bit of lather on first. And straight away I think that's gone mega tight. Yeah, it just feels nicer. Oh, it's way too much water, I don't know. It's really good, it holds a lot of lava, but it holds the water and all. Yeah, still holds a lot in there as well. And from my understanding, the Badger one probably holds kind of even more. I think Jacques from Mr. Dapper Shaves, he likes his chubby too, Badger, and he's always complimenting how much lava and that it holds. Right. See, as you can hear, it's not taking off that much because it's took that much off already. The straight razor on the stick, guys. That's what it is. Yeah, my angle's definitely a little bit better this time. Feels a bit awkward going against the grain on my chin, but I've got a great big wobbly chin I have, as we've documented before. And also, I'm not too used to using these kind of implements. So my technique's not, I wouldn't say it's masterful. Bloody sharp though. Do you know what? I was just thinking in my head, I ain't nicked myself, which is amazing using one of these. And then I very, very nearly did. Well, I struggled with my technique a little bit going against the grain, but as I said, it's very foreign to me. It does feel quite foreign as well, especially against the grain. It felt fine going with the grain. Nothing but a bit of practice wouldn't sort out. Yeah, still got quite a bit left in it really, innit? Considering I squeezed it out as well. I've lost a couple of hairs already. Not off the top of my head, even though I have been losing them. But I believe that is quite common with a new brush. And technically it is my first real new, because my Kent one was, I think, was second hand. It hadn't been used, but right. I expect both sides to be about the same. It's quite an even shave. It's not really left any patches. Like I said, I think the edges could be improved a bit. Bit of stropping. But more importantly, my technique could be improved, because that felt very foreign, especially against the grain. Right, I'm going to get on with the rest of my day. I hope you've enjoyed that in some manner, and I'll see you again soon. Toodaloo.